6.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, it is. Is it on, Jamie? Is this shit on? Are we alive? We're on? Oh, boy, James, we've emerged.
We've emerged from the
house today.
and into the bunker.
And into the bunker we call Tetherball Academy Studios.
Corona bunker.
We're here, and we're not going anywhere. We're going live to you every single day during the madness just because we can.
Dude,
there is no entertainment at home.
Today's show was reruns. So they've already stopped giving you live.
Who was at their fucking house? Was it Roker?
Roker was at the house, rightly so. He's 105.
Black don't crack, though. He still looks good.
He still looks good, but he still acts like a 100-year-old.
Yeah.
We're done with Roker.
Roke Dog.
Roke Dog is self-quarantined. Craig as well, I'm wondering why.
Yeah. So here's what happened. They one of their employees has the coronavirus.
So then why does Savannah
They came in
still
contact
go?
with them. It depends on what they were doing afterwards. So the way NBC works is they swap up on different networks and cover different programming. Some of them go to news. Like I know Savannah goes to news, and I know
she does all the
Craig
political
does.
stuff, breaking news stuff.
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
So they'll shift off and go over to MSNBC and other networks.
Oh, okay.
So it depends on where they were in the building,
Got it.
yada, yada.
Okay.
The best, though, the greatest one of all time, the most Hollywood story I've ever heard in the history of Hollywood. Oh, I'd love to be this out of touch and not care.
Wouldn't it be great?
Said it a million times on the show. I want a fucking flip phone. I want a razor. I want a razor, brother. I want to contact anyone. Jared Leto emerged from silent meditation in the desert for about 2 to 3 weeks and just learned about the coronavirus today.
Are you kidding me? The best is his post, though. What did he write?
All right, so I'm gonna read this verbatim to you, okay? Because he goes to Instagram. I always hate when people go on Instagram and just write something that it's like, hey man, that's a Facebook post. Like, don't just write something on the picture tube that I like to call Instagram. Instagram's for pictures and videos. Like, take your fucking bullshit text message somewhere else.
Yeah, picture app.
But he wrote a text. He has 10.3 million followers, which makes me depressed, by the way, for myself and the world. He says, wow, period.
Wow.
12 days ago,
That's right.
I began a silent. I'm gonna try to read it in his voice or what I think his voice is like.
Please.
Wow. 12 days ago, I began a silent meditation in the desert. We were totally isolated. No phone, no communication, etc. We had no idea what was happening outside the facility. What fucking facility were you in, bro? Like,
is he in rehab or something?
I don't know.
Silent retreat. I mean, okay.
That sounds like code for rehab to me, but still, even in rehab,
or like an
people
ayahuasca
come and tell you
thing.
something. Yeah. Maybe it was microdosing, and that's fine. We support that, but just come out and say that.
Sure.
Walked out yesterday into a very different world, one that's been changed forever. Mind-blowing, to say the least.
I mean.
Yeah, Jared, it is. I'm getting messages from friends and family all around the globe and catching up on what's going on. Hope you and yours are okay. Sending positive energy to all.
No. We don't want it, Jared. We don't want it. I don't want your positive energy. Friends and family, when you say you have friends and family around the globe, brag.
It is a humble brag.
Oh, do you have friends and family around the globe?
I don't have anyone that I'm friends with outside the United States of America.
Oh my gosh, if you're not right in front of my face, I mean, my best friend changes daily. Whoever is like right in front of me. Otherwise, I do not talk to you. It's sad, but it's all I really have time for, right?
I can name all of I have 12, I think a total of 12 friends that I talk to throughout the day, and that's all I need. I really don't have the mind space.
Do any of them live in like Paris or?
No, they all live in the United States.
Oh, you don't have a family in Australia that you are close with?
No. I didn't
that you met down there
on
your travels? On your travels? And you became close with a chef from Istanbul, right?
I bet he's talking about somebody in Australia who made me a rainmaker for that one 30 Seconds to Mars tour
it's
in
like
1998.
When you have that much time.
Fuck you, dude.
Again, maybe he's right. Like when you have that much time, I think you can be friends with people around the globe.
I guess.
My
he's
God, to
single
keep up with
and
that.
Rich. He's just single and rich, and you're just like, yeah. So people are doing everything for me in my life.
I
anyways,
finally
so it
hung
doesn't
out
matter.
with some friends in the neighborhood yesterday after a month of not being able to really even return a text. So, like, I'm sure if you don't have anything to do, like, you can hop on a call.
It's crazy, right?
With
so
someone
crazy.
in Thailand, like a family that you met out there.
Oh, I'd love to be that out of touch. You know what I'm saying? I would love it. I would love to be that out of touch that it's just like, no. I returned from my retreats and, oh my God, the world is thrown into chaos. What have we become?
But this is what I was talking about with the charity for the rich is like, now he doesn't have toilet paper, but he was too busy to know. And he has the money for it.
Yep, but he
Do you know
can't,
what I mean?
can't
Like,
get it, yeah.
And that's sad.
I talked to my best friend in Los Angeles last night, right? For
across the nation.
Yeah, across the entire nation. He was a 4-hour flight away. I talked to one of my best friends in L.A., and last night we caught up for close to an hour, to be honest with you. And I said, hey, here's what I heard on my end. You know, are friends with senators and all that bullshit, and we have some access to information that nobody else does. Mm-hmm. And I said, I called a handful of people, and I just said, hey, man, here's what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's overblown or not. That way, that's why I'm not going on air with it, because I'm not sure. It's personal information that my friends have said. I'm heeding their advice, but I don't want to give that out to everybody and, you know, freak everybody out or try to fucking have them do stuff or buy shit that they shouldn't. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. None of us really do. Anyways, with him, I said, hey, here's what I heard. Just giving you a heads up. You might want to check this out. And he goes, hey, man, I get some friends as well. And he goes, I got the same info. And he goes, earlier in the day. And I go, what'd you do? And he goes, well, I went to Costco and all the usual, you know, spots, grocery stores and everything. And lines, toilet paper, none, all that other stuff, none, you know. And he's loaded. And it's like, dude, he can't get it either. So I don't care if you're Jared Leto. I don't know where you're going to get toilet paper in the nation right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
doesn't really matter.
The other thing is they have people though.
They do,
but stuff for them. So it's like they float around the world like whatever.
Good luck. Send them to. I don't know where you're going to send them. We're in a small town. One would think we could get toilet paper this morning. Sorry to interrupt you. This morning you were at CVS and I asked. I was like, "Hey man, you guys get toilet paper?" He goes,
"No, we had some this morning."
And he goes, 8 people bought it all out and took it home, and it was just like
it was kind of like they shouldn't be able to do that.
Well,
but
I went in last night. There was limits on everything.
Right.
I went into Sam's Club,
as there should be.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought I was clever enough to get around it because we needed water, right? You know, just in case. Well, I mean, we kind of don't really need water, but look, you never know if you're going to lose water at some point or something fucked up is going to happen. Today,
why would we lose water though?
I'll tell you. I'll get to that in a second. Today, it was reported that they're going to push water bills and electricity bills and all this other shit, right?
Okay.
If there is some form of contamination, or they think there is, they're going to shut off the water, and that's what they do in situations like this. Because that's how it's, you know, easily spread or whatever. Now, last night there was a doctor on CNN who was just like, look, it is not being spread through the water.
Yeah, it doesn't
but he
live
goes,
in water.
But he goes, ... to our knowledge
To
yet.
our
And it's
knowledge.
like, to our knowledge, we don't fucking know anything. So
Right.
at this point, so it's like, hey, I understand why people are buying water and toilet paper and all that other shit. I get it. And I'm in the same boat where it was just like, all right, great. But there was limits on last night's rice, 2 bags of rice, water, and I thought I was smarter. I picked 2 cases of Avion. Nobody's buying that shit at Sam's Club, right?
Right.
It's too expensive, obviously, right? But
Yeah.
it was the only thing left. So I was like, great, I'm going to buy that. And then there was 2 other, like, plus fucking hydro jack-off water, you
Yeah.
know? Fucking
Just tap water.
God's blood lives inside this water. Oh, you want the blood of toddlers? Congratulations. This is the water for you. It's going to make you live forever. So I bought those 2 and then the Avion, and I was like, well, it's 2. I thought it was 2 apiece, you know? And they were like, no, dude, we're going by food groups and shit. Like, they were like, water, motherfucker. And I was like, oh, all right, well, shit. So that's out. So I left the Avion. I was like, I made that mental decision. I was like, no, that shit's too expensive, dog. You can go ahead and take that, you know? Just a little 10-piece, dog. Rice was the other one. Laundry detergent, which there was no sign that you couldn't take more than 2. So I was just like, I got 4. And maybe put 2 back. And what else, man? Chicken patties or chicken breast. 2 of those boxes apiece.
Yeah, because there hasn't been that anywhere in any of the stores.
No, but
So
I will.
Costco had it.
You know what I found refreshing though? There was no limit, and I have not had these in forever. And I like. Now this is glass half full shit. There was no limit on White Castle cheeseburgers, and I was like,
Saw that.
"Fuck you, dog!" Because you can go ahead and throw the diets out the window for everybody for however long you're stuck in the house. Like, man, it's on now. Fucking hashtag thick boy summer. Because if we're stuck for the summer, like Trump said, to like July or August, and you can't work out at all, it's one of those things where, and this was part of the conversation with my buddy last night. I go, hey man, because he works out as much as me, like 5 to 6 days a week. We try to stay diligent about it, and I go, hey man, what are you gonna do about working out? And he was like, man, he goes, oddly enough, like I put a home gym in the back for his wife.
Yeah.
And he goes, so yeah, I got all my shit there. And he goes, I'm all right. And I was like, we don't have any room on our property for a fucking home gym or anything like that. And
No, a friend of ours just got a Peloton delivery just in time.
And
I was like, damn it. They were going to maybe sponsor Broettes too. Didn't.
Oof.
But,
yeah.
that would be good.
Yeah. So it is what it is. White Castle cheeseburgers, though, I stacked up on those and I was like, fuck it. Because,
Really did.
Here's the thing. Like, I got snowed in, and you and I talked about this. I've been snowed in a couple times because I was trying to think, like, if I ever been stuck somewhere, like absolutely stuck somewhere, and it was like, yes, 3 times in my life. Two were snow-ins. One time, I didn't have anything, and I was unprepared, and it was in Ohio, at Ohio State, and all I had was ramen noodles.
Yeah.
But it was like a Costco purchase, so it was just, I had fucking 800 bowls of ramen noodles.
Oof.
Yeah.
Salt intake.
The sodium, everything. And it was just like, holy shit. So I kind of learned my lesson after that. The next snow in, I was kind of prepared. But it was mostly like shit that I didn't really think about, where it was just like, oh, fuck. Like at certain points, the electricity went out and I was like, God damn it. But the other time was in New Jersey. There was a hurricane that's destroyed my house. And I was waiting. It was Sandy. And I was waiting to get back on, and the National Guard was there, and there was a curfew at like 8 o'clock, and we had to be back at our hotel or whatever. And, you're putting shit in the microwave, and that was Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
So that was Hot Pockets, and then White Castle cheeseburgers. And I was just like, shit, because I was thinking about if the electricity goes out, those are still good.
Why would the electricity go out?
What's that?
Why would the electricity go out?
In case, so I'm going to break this down for you here, because you've never been in any form of situation, Mother Nature-wise or other, that has forced you out of water or electricity at some point in your life?
I have. If it was like a hurricane, if it was something like this where the electricity is going to go out, the water's going to be shut off, but this is different.
It's preparing for it, right? So for example, and I'm gonna walk you through this. Here's how the electricity could go out in a situation like this, right? Everybody's being forced to stay inside. Today, about 45 minutes ago here in Wilmington, North Carolina, they were shutting down all bars and restaurants at 5 p.m. You can only have takeout. I heard a rumor that airline travel is going to be shut down in about 72 hours, whatever. I can't confirm that. Therefore, I'm not going to throw everybody into fucking panic. All I know is this. Our best friends flew out this morning at 6 a.m. on the first flight, and they're gone.
Who's they?
Jared.
Okay. Did someone else go too?
Yeah, the congressman.
Oh, okay.
Gone.
Okay.
Everybody's gone. I got to, so.
Okay.
All right.
I was thinking like Dan left or something.
He's gone. No, his wife gone. I know. Dan's here. All his shit's here.
Okay.
Where the fuck is Dan going to go?
I don't know.
Actually,
he was talking about leaving. That's why I was like, where are you going to go, dude?
The beauty of Jared is like, before, let me finish this.
Sure.
Let me finish this. So with this, right, let's say you're stuck inside the house, and this because this happened to me in Los Angeles once. I'm surprised this never happened to you. Jesus Christ. When everybody's using this much electricity, there'll be blackouts, like rolling blackouts, brownouts, or whatever. Let's say this does carry on until July. It's hot as fuck here in the South, right? If everybody's at home, those electric grids through the roof, dude. They'll chop it and they'll do rolling blackouts. They used to do it in LA and they were fucking brutal. There was one or two summers where I was in that grid and I was like, there's no escaping here. There's nothing. When the grids are out, I lived in Beechwood Canyon. I would walk down. There was a 7-Eleven. And they had their emergency lights on, but there was a bunch of motherfuckers like me in there just trying to get fast food shit. But we couldn't use the microwaves, couldn't use anything. So it was just like, all right, cool. So that is a possibility if, depending upon how long this stretches on for, everybody's going to be in their house. Everybody's going to be juiced up. The other one is internet. So I read this article this morning about the internet. They were like, hey, man, be prepared for slower speeds at home because you and all your fucking neighbors are on the same grid using Netflix, using Hulu, using all this other shit. And I was like, shit, man. I didn't think about it. Using our phones, to look for internet and everything else. And I was just like, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
So these are things you need to keep in mind where it's just like, all right, I might not have this or this or this or this just in case. Because to me, it has happened. Apparently you lived in.
You don't need to be rude or condescending anymore.
Jared Leto's world, but it has happened to me.
Yeah.
Just 6 or 7 times, and each time I was just like,
questions.
why is it fucking happening to me? The LA thing was the only thing to me that was just utter bullshit, where it was just like, that was heat.
Right.
They used to shut down the power grids in LA for heat, and it was just like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's Los Angeles. Yeah, it's going to be hot in the summer. Like, this isn't a surprise. This should have been going on forever. It's like the stupid fucking wildfires out there. It's just like, what are we shocked by this?
Yeah.
Fucking Santa Ana winds happen every goddamn time. And now you're surprised you should have put them underground. Oh, it's too expensive. That's why people are shitting in the streets out there, bro. But I'd like to, after going through all of this shit, have enough shit prepared and on hand. Bought out all the White Claws last night.
Yeah.
I did. I don't give a shit. There were 7 cases left at Sam's Club. Bought them all. Put them in my fucking car. I don't know what's going to happen. Tonight I'm going to the liquor store. I got a bang bang.
Right.
Gets juiced up, brother. Things like that. Because you don't know. And I can tell you, if you live in a white neighborhood like we do, what's the first thing women are going to be jonesing for? Tap, tap, tap. Who got that mango White Claw, dog?
And you want to be able to supply them with that?
I don't, but I want the power over them. You know what I'm saying? Of like, hey, Jessie and I have to go to work.
Well, you want
Jessie
something
and I have
to
go to
barter.
work. Yes, Jessie and I have to go to work. Need you to watch my kids. I will give you 2 mango White Claws because we have 2 children. We get 1 per child to watch the kids while we go do these live shows.
Ooh, Saya.
Yeah, because we're not shutting down. Ross Patterson Revolution's on. Drinkin Bros is on every day.
Right.
We're going to go through this because we know there's no entertainment left. And that was the other part of that phone call last night with my buddy from L.A. Sadly enough, because he owns a massive company out there, and he was just like, yo, man, we had to lay off a third of our employees. Production is shut down across the board. And he goes, we have nothing on tap now until probably June.
Right.
And I was like, shit. And he goes, man, I go, what are you doing now? And he goes, luckily we have a couple gigs with Netflix that are in post-production. So post-production, it's just editors and things like that. Because they're paring everything down to under 50 people at workplaces. So he's like, the post people will stay. We'll supervise it from home. And the Netflix needs content. And he goes, we're trying to get in a podcast now. And I was just like, well, good luck. Good luck with that.
It became a little bit real last night. We were all playing. When all of us get together in the neighborhood, it's like a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
Like just hanging out maybe at one person's house.
Yeah.
One of the husbands came home and was like, "Did we take temperatures of people when they came over?" I mean, everyone is at my house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is someone like us that has his own company. So he's freaking out too. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
There's a little bit of stress with that kind of situation.
Sure. But
I was like, when he said that, I was kind of like, you know what? Like, people are going places. People are going to the store. People are, we're not all just sitting here all day. So as like, whatever as it is to be like, did you take people's temperature as they walked in? Yeah. Part of me looked around and was like, man.
No, we didn't.
I refuse to like freak out.
I'm not freaking out. Look,
I know.
I'm
not
just freaking out.
I know
I'm just
you're
prepared.
I know you're kind of like, what's wrong with you? You're not freaking out.
I'm prepared.
I think I just go the opposite. When everyone is so insane and crazy, like putting the limits on people should have happened a long time ago, because buying that much stuff is unnecessary.
But here's the thing. You didn't know, and the part of the reason you didn't know was because China didn't give up the information of when they found out, when it started to spread. Like, they're not giving up any of that information, which is a bitch to the rest of the world. And I saw a thing. There was last night on Twitter, Trump came on and was just like, hey, we're trying to get everybody through this Chinese virus. Because over there, in their media, since it's fucking closed off to the rest of the goddamn country, and it's a communist country, they're saying that United States troops that were over there were the ones that caused this virus to the people of China.
Propaganda.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Therefore, Trump went on Twitter last night and was just like, hey, we're going to get everyone through this Chinese virus. And there was people over here that were like, that's so racist. And I was like, why? That's where the fucking virus came from.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. If it was America's fault, if this was an American virus, do you realize the fucking outcry around the world of like these fucking Americans, they preached in the world, they policed everybody. Now there's a virus that's killing all these people. Fuck America. Fuck them. Instead, it's a fucking Chinese virus. So let's call it what it is. Fuck you, China. You didn't say shit to us. You didn't do anything. And the biggest issue is like, you have a third of our debt right now. If we wanted to, we could just say, fuck you, and just take that debt and then throw that back into the economy today and kind of beef everything up. There's a rumor that there's going to be an announcement today that they're going to pump in $850 billion, the feds are, to the people and give people like $1,000 a piece or something crazy. So we'll see. We'll see this afternoon. Jared, though, is the greatest of all time. One of obviously my co-host on Drinkin Bros, one of my best friends. He obviously was with the congressman who was on Drinkin Bros yesterday. Got the same news. They had it out this morning. They're expecting domestic travel to shut down within 72 hours. And I go, what are you doing to prepare? Because his life is unlike any others of maybe in the nation, right? He lives with his ex-wife bought a 10,000 square foot house in like 7 or 8 acres in Texas. It was a rehab facility that they couldn't sell for women, like, white women who were trying to kick like conditions or whatever the fuck they were trying to get rid of, right? He just buys shit just to do it, like, because he thinks it's hilarious. He has no furniture. I want to clarify this. So if you think that I'm describing an extremely rich man who's aloof and out of touch like Jared Leto, not at all. Money to him is more valuable for laughter elements. So he bought 3 adult turkeys.
Yeah.
9 roosters, $7 baby ducks that live in the house because they've got to get some form of sunlight from a lamp. It stinks in there. It stinks like a fucking Petco on Gerbil Day there inside the house where you're just like, Jesus Christ, man. There's one circular couch that is in front of like a 70-inch TV. And you're like, he's got 2 kids and small kids, same ages as ours. I was like, are they just sitting in this little thing looking straight up at the TV? Yeah. And yes, they are. But he thinks all of this is hilarious. He's got a Traeger. In Texas, the part that they live in, there's about 7 people that live in that house that are just friends. Yeah. One of them's Jeremy May, MMA fighter, is one of our good buddies. Great guy to have during an apocalypse situation because he hunts. Right. Old school redneck, hunts, builds shit, or whatever. And so when they got on the phone last night, Jared's like, all right, man, what do we need to do to game plan? Jeremy's like, all right, I'm going to go out and kill 3 fucking deer right now. I'm going to bring them back to the house. Boom. I'm going to chop it up, I'm going to freeze the meat, and we'll have meat to put on the Traeger every single day. Jared was like, awesome. He had a full fucking pallet. He bought off of Amazon of pellets from Traeger. I didn't even think about the Traeger pellets.
Oh God, yeah.
And he goes, man, I got fucking 150 pounds worth of pellets out in the garage. We're good, man. We can smoke that shit every day. Then he calls another single friend of his, Street Bike Tommy from Nitro Circus. Yes. And Street Bike Tommy's got nowhere to go. No. So he's just like, yo, man, I think he's living on Travis Pastrana's ranch or whatever it is. And, Pastrana's got wife and kids, and he's probably like, hey, bro, I'm going to go and take care of my family here. Why don't you kick on down the road? Off. Yeah. So Jared's like, come over. Yeah. Fuck it. So he hops a flight this morning. He's flying into Jared's house. Now, he's an expert griller. Oh, okay. So he has like all these barbecue recipes and all this shit. And he's a professional. Like he has a food truck and all this other shit. Okay. And so he's like, dude, I'll come down. We'll smoke the shit out of everything. And he goes, the fucking deers aren't getting sick anytime soon. We'll just keep fucking nuking deers and then Traeger them for as long as this bitch goes. They have a pool there and they've got all this wildlife. And I'm like, God damn it, man. Great. What the one situation in the world?
Traegers are electric, just so you know.
Oh, are they really? Fuck, it's right, dude.
So in your scenario where we're just walking around in the dark.
We have a grill. We also have a normal grill, so fuck it.
That's true.
We're good. We're good on that. And he does too as well, by the way. So he's got a normal grill. He's fine. But in a situation like this, when your friends are kind of wondering what the fuck is going to go on, I love that I have as much fun as I've made Jared for his life over the years. This is the one time where he's living in the dream situation for if the apocalypse is upon you. He's got 1 million guns in the house. Yeah. Fucking endless wild game that roams his neighborhoods that he can just kill. And a bunch of single friends who know weird stuff. Weird fucking crafts and tricks of the trade of how to do shit. So they're just going to be fine, you know? And he goes, look, man, and this is a dead serious conversation I had with him last night, probably around 11 p.m. He goes, look, man, you run out of shit. Shit gets fucked up. He goes, what I want you to do, he goes, there's a trailer place down right on College, like on the way to our house. It's on right on the left-hand side on the way to Oleander. Okay. And he goes, I don't know how he knew it, I don't know. But he goes, hey, man, there's a trailer place there. You go there. You buy one of those fucking trailers off of them, and he goes, you just take your family, come straight to my house. He goes, we'll eat forever.
Dude,
down
8
here.
acres, like you could park at the end and never see their house. Do you know what I mean?
Ever. And he goes, we got to hook up for water, all that shit on the property. And he goes, we're fucking good, bro. So you pack up your family, man, just come on down here. And he goes, we'll all rage together. And I was like, that'd be awesome, Jared. Problem is, I'm going to have to bring some fucking furniture for my wife. I will say this. Ghost beds are in every single room of the house.
That's true.
So we will sleep in comfort. However,
if you want to sit and eat, that happens on the floor for them. If you ever see a picture,
you sit on the countertop.
Oh, you sit on the counter. Sorry, you sit on the counter and eat. The kids sit on the floor and eat chicken bones from the cat bowl. Yeah.
So I go, look, man, if there's an IKEA open, I'll butt fuck that place, tie that on the back. We'll get a trailer and head on down. But at least I have one friend where if the apocalypse does go down, where it's just like, shit has completely hit the fan. I got one buddy who's just like, man, come on down,
Come on
dude.
down.
Bring the family in a fucking trailer.
I mean, that would be his dream because he'd be like,
Yes.
I bought this property for a reason.
That's it.
It's getting used.
Yes.
All my friends are here.
Yeah. He's the one friend that I have where his life is you know what, to be honest with you, it's what it should be, and it's what all these fucking Pinterest and Instagram quotes are from these idiot girls who fucking travel with old dudes all the time and don't have jobs. It is literally the life of laughter and friendship.
Yeah.
If you have laughter and friendship, that is, you never need anything else in this world. I can genuinely say I have one friend, who believes in that for his whole entire life. Now, whether or not it's a shit show or not is up to you.
Sure.
But it is Jared. And the girl he's dating right now is a fucking Texas state trooper.
Yeah.
So, like, dude,
She's fine.
gonna get all the info. Mm-hmm. Plenty of guns. She'll know who's coming in from where. It's great. Like, shit.
I would like to also, at some point, maybe interview a doomsday prepper. That a real one. That is like, do you know what I mean? Like, that has really set themselves up for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is their championship moment.
Yeah.
This is the time when they can say, I fucking told you, right? And I would love to talk to them and be like, oh my gosh, like, what have you been doing for this whole time to prepare? What do you have in place? Like, they've got rainwater collectors.
Yeah.
They've got
dude,
guns. They have frozen shit. They have honey, like a lot of honey for some reason.
Yeah.
Like cans.
Look, tuna, canned tuna, all that other shit. Yeah. Here's what I can't decide, though, looking back at all of this or seeing what's going on, is I will say this. Living in the country versus living in a community, right? Country, you're isolated, you're by yourself. I guess who fucking cares, and you don't have to worry about shit. Community, you do have, like, it is nice that the kids can play together. You can communicate with other people because,
right.
Let's face it, like, again, bars and restaurants are shutting down here at 5.
Right.
We don't know how long that's going to go on, but I can tell you if it's happening now and they just announced it here, it's going to be for a fucking while.
Yeah.
We're not going to have anywhere to go. So what's the best way? If, living in a community with a bunch of people that you can at least talk to and chat to and the kids can play with, or living isolated in the country. I don't know what the answer is. I don't either. And I've been thinking about this the last 2 days because, going back and forth. Again, Jared lives in the country. My other buddy Matt lives in the country, and I don't know. I don't have the answer. Jared's a different story because he's got 10 motherfuckers living in his house all day. So it's like, look, him and all of his friends are there.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
great.
He made his own community, which
at his house.
at his house, but. You
It's
could
awesome.
do that, but you could do that anywhere. They don't have to live with you in your house. They don't have to live on your property for you to like make your own community, whatever that may be.
Yeah. So it's super fascinating to think about, but it's interesting that you didn't tell me that the neighbor was like, "Hey man, we should start checking temperatures."
He was joking, but like he's also very stressed right now, like we are, because if you're a business owner, like you own your own company, like you're stressed. Whether you're looking at the stocks, whether you're looking at employees, whether whatever, like you're just stressed. So he came home a little bit stressed, whatever. It was a joke, but it was kind of not a joke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, do you take their temperature? So I was like, ha. And I was like, wait, dude, like.
Did we?
No, we didn't, but like, are we going to need to get to that point? Or I was starting to think about that because I have kids,
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm like. Oh, do we? What do you do? I can tell you what happened last night. I'll be real with everybody. I almost lost my shit in the liquor store last night. Me, like everybody else, was going to get fucking booze. Look, there's a lot of people that are you could see it in their faces, man. They either lost their jobs or something had happened, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And some people, there's a couple normal people who are just like, I'm loading up to fucking rage this weekend. But, I was in line, and there was a line at the liquor store, too. And I was just like, shit, we're in a state that is like ABC stores. So it's state run. And there's only 3 liquor stores in this town or something shitty. I'm in line, and there is a 65-year-old woman who is buying 2 handles of rum, which says a lot about her life anyways. Come on. Who buys 2 handles of rum exactly? It's like anybody who buys 2 handles of gin. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you going to make with that, dude? You weirdo.
Just gimlets all day, dude.
I guess, dude. Quarantinis. Nailed it. Boom. So she starts violently coughing into her arm, just. And she was like, I'm sorry. I just, and before she could get the rest of the sentence out, yeah. And so
stop, dude.
And there was fucking 30 people in the goddamn store, and we're all looking around, and she was just like, she's like, I'm sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. The cashier started backing up. The people in line, we all started backing up, right? And then she's trying to dig furiously in her purse for money to get it out and pay for this. And then, and I'm like, I was one more cough away from saying, hey, take your shit and get the fuck outside. Stand outside the liquor store. They'll bring you change. You know what I'm saying? Because right now you're freaking everybody the fuck out. And Theo Vaughn had the best tweet of all time last night during all of this shit. Because there's been a million jokes about the coronavirus. Theo Vaughn just said, coughing is the new N-word.
Yeah.
And for real, everybody as soon as this old lady started coughing that violently, 30, and these are strangers, me and 29 other strangers look at each other of do we have to kill this bitch? Are we going to have to fucking take one of those bottles and knock her the fuck out and drag her outside the store? If you're that sick, stay away from everyone just from the fear that it creates amongst other people. Because, I could see there was 3 other dudes about my size, I'm fucking close to 6'4", 225. I'm looking at these other dudes man, it's time it might be time to kill her and drag her outside. That's how close it got, where it was just don't fucking do that shit in a store anywhere. If you have some form of cough, I don't care if you have a cold or it's pollen. There's a lot of pollen out there. I don't care if you have an allergy. Jack up the Benadryl. Make sure you're all cleared. Run into wherever you're going. Pay with a credit card. Just stick it in. Don't wait for change and fucking dirty ass pennies.
Yeah.
If you're sick, I don't want to see you fucking fumble around for dirty ass pennies and fucking rotted dimes and shit. Bring your debit card, or a credit card. Slide that bitch in as fast as you can and run out of the goddamn store and cough in your fucking car. You know what I'm saying? It's hey, we don't need this shit. I don't need to think about killing people at night. I'm about to go home, enjoy some White Castle with my wife, my children, enjoy my life. I don't need to hear the just freaking everybody the fuck out, man. And
Why didn't you leave?
I thought about it, but then I was just shit. So I'm holding the liquor.
You're holding liquor, so then you need to kill her instead of leave yourself.
That's what I'm thinking, Jabes.
Right,
This is what's going on, brother. As I'm thinking to myself,
so hard for me.
If the liquor store closes on Friday for good, what's Daddy gonna drink at home? To get through the hard times.
It's
her
true.
death, because I looked at her and
What if she's dying though? Wouldn't she needs her shit too?
She's dying. She doesn't need that liquor. She's not
Oh my god!
enjoying
If
her
I'm
life.
dying, dude, I want liquor.
No, dude. She needs
And drugs.
fucking drugs. Get her some fucking pills. Tell her to go rob the CVS next door. But immediately, I was like Schwarzenegger, like Terminator. I examined every part of her life right in front of my very eyes. I looked at her hair first. It was dyed red, but the roots were gray. And I was like, man, did she fucking dye up to make us think that she was under 60 and that she wasn't one of the people who's most likely to be carrying the fucking virus and going to kill people. First thought, Schwarzenegger, Terminator. Looked at that shit, right? And then, like, I started, because I was from behind her. I looked at her hands. So as she's digging out money and trying to pay for shit, I looked at her fucking hands. And I was like, oh, man. Those are the hands of an older woman. Mm-hmm. I pegged her age at 65, 66 already from that. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, she could have it. She could have the fucking virus.
It's not.
What's up, Jabes?
It's not that they get it easier.
Right.
It's that they die from it.
Sorry about that. Continue. Freaks you out, right?
No. I know you want me to.
No, I don't want you to freak out.
I refuse to freak out.
I don't want you to freak out. All I'm saying is these are the thoughts that are going through my head personally when I'm just like, man.
Especially when you are there. Like, someone needs to be here.
Don't Michelle Obama me. When I go high, they go low.
No,
who does
when
that?
you go high, I'm going to go low. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I need to do. It's like when you're thinking of killing ladies in the liquor store,
well,
I need to be at a level of like.
So I had this. So I had these two handles of, and they're not a sponsor. I'm just giving them a shout out because I love Deep Eddy vodka. My favorite. It's one of my favorite vodkas on the planet.
Where do they make it?
Austin, Texas. Goddamn right. Anyways, I had two things of Deep Eddy in my hand, and I was just like, because you're asking why didn't I just leave the store and drop the liquor? I didn't know if I was going to have to use one of these bottles
to kill her
as a blunt object to knock her down and then bounce out of the store. Because the way I was positioned in it, I was kind of stuck. Like, to get by her, I was going to have to go through her fucking sneeze zone. And I was like, God damn it, man. You know? It's kind of like if you're at a salad bar at a buffet, somebody, even though there is a sneeze guard and they, all over the thing, and I'm like, shit, they're at the back half. I can't get black olives. I can't get, green peppers on my fucking salad now. That part is mentally closed down to me. I got to get whatever's in the front part of that salad bar. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. You good, James?
I'm good.
All right.
Good.
Let's get to the sponsors. What's a lot?
It's a lot. You're killing people.
No, it's the.
You're thinking about killing
dude.
people.
So what? That's what goes through your mind, Jessie. You know?
I know, but I wonder. Like, I just wonder about what we're doing to the people.
We're not doing anything.
Are we freaking them out?
No, we're not freaking them out. Keeping them safe. Keeping them on guard. Keeping them on watch.
Keeping them on their toes.
Vigilant guard, brother. Sometimes you gotta flex up, You gotta let those bear traps out. You gotta let the buys fly, if you will,
Right.
You gotta let the tries try and let the buys fly, Speaking of which, if you got to bunker up with all your friends and fam, you're going to need some mattresses. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. They ship right to your house. I talked to them earlier, and they said they're all coronavirus free, the mattresses. So.
Guaranteed.
And they're offering a massive sale, 20% off everything in the entire store. And if you order a mattress, you get free pillows. So not only do you get 20% off the mattress, but you also get free pillows. And pillows are the greatest goddamn thing on the face of the earth. Oof. You're going to need a lot of changed sheets. They got that. And they also got the guard for the bed. So if you are that lady, if you're watching this show, lady, or listening, and you are the fucking cough police.
The host.
Yeah, exactly. The perfect host.
If you're patient zero.
Yeah, if you're patient zero, they got a cover for the mattress. So you can fucking cough and sneeze in it all you want. It's not going to get into the mattress itself. When this, either you die or this passes over, you can still use the fucking mattress. So do that. The adjustable base, 50% off. Live it, learn it, love it, bro handle. 50% off that. And as always, they get a 36-month pay-as-you-go program. You have money in the market and shit's fucked. That'll knock it down to like $20. So live it up, son. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shablankers.
Shablankers. 4 amazing flavors. This is getting me through the days, Jabes. Getting me through the long, hard days. I'm like a fucking railroad worker. Put our family on our back, and I work for pennies and fucking save you. And I'm the only way that I'm able to do that and stay up and alert all the time is Strike Force Energy. They got 4 amazing flavors: grape, ridge, orange, lemon. 10-pack, 40-pack, 750 milliliter bottles. Again, all of these products ship to your fucking house. So you don't have to see these dirt bags out there just fucking sneezing all over each other, dude. This is the same box that you get from 7-Eleven. So I'm not going to say don't go to 7-Eleven. You just don't need to. They'll ship it right to your fucking house, dude. Promo code REVOLUTION, 20% off at strikeforceenergy.com. Lasts longer than 5-hour energy. No carbs and no sugars. And that's key. If you're going to be eating White Castles like myself, you're going to be watching those calories. Where you can, where you can.
Drinking all day.
Drinking all day.
Eating White Castle.
All night, drinking all night. Last but not least, straightrazors.com.
Ooh, that's a clean cut. Smooth. Oh, you like it?
Yeah, you do. You like that, China?
That was a Wuhan.
Yeah, it was a Wuhan. Got you all in check. That was for the people of China, who are definitely not watching this because they can't get American YouTube over there. Otherwise, they'd say, oh, you can't talk about the Chinese virus. It came from you motherfuckers. Some asshole was eating a bat, in the back of a room, on his lunch break from making fucking Nikes with his little hands. Was like, do I go to the cafeteria or shit? There's actually a bat in the corner. I can just grab off the fucking top of the ceiling and bite the head off of it. Come on, man. And again, if this was an American, which it has happened, Ozzy Osbourne, he didn't spread a fucking disease, dude. He shit that out like the rock star he is. I don't know who this fucker was that ate the bat, but he's on notice. Again, we got another company, though, that ships to your house. Shaving products is going to be key. You're going to need to shave at some point. Which areas you determine for yourself and for your wife. And also your sexual habits, right? Because you could have some legs that need to be shaved, some bushes that need to be trimmed. And guess what? The gardeners are off. It's going to be up to you, brother. Go to straightrazors.com today. Use the promo code REVOLUTION. They got all the shaving products you need. 20% off at straightrazors.com. And they've also got normal razors, too, so don't fret on that. You want to talk about the biggest flex of the day, Jabes?
Sure.
It's not the one that's happening right now in front of your face.
Sure.
It is Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Biggest flex of all time. Coronavirus hits. He says, and they canceled UEFA and all that other shit. Sorry, Alec. I know that's your favorite. All your soccer bullshit is canceled around the world. You're the one American that cares about soccer. Sorry, bud. Ronaldo, biggest flex of all time, was just like, oh, coronavirus? No problem. Has a realtor buy a fucking island in the Caribbean that's fully stocked, loaded, all that other shit. Takes his entire family down there on a private jet. With it, it's got a fucking runway, everything. He's living on a private island that he bought. He's not renting it. He bought the goddamn island and is living there until all this shit clears up around the world because he's too important to the sport of soccer, football, soccer, football. That motherfucker's on a goddamn island. That is a monster flex, Ronaldo, and I see you. I want you to know that you were seen and you were appreciated by a man like myself.
The other flex that we have going on is that Weinstein, I think, may have engineered this virus so that no one talks about his bullshit that's happening.
It
was perfect, right? So even when he was sentenced, everything that's coming out is nothing. Like, no one's talking about it.
Right.
And if there's anyone that may have had the power back in the day, for a second to just be like, China, listen, I need something. I need something. I'm about to be sentenced. Some shit's about to come out. Like, everything's going to be unsealed. Names are going to be named. I need something to overshadow it. And China, I'm looking at you.
I would say you were correct on this. However, this was maybe an hour ago, this story broke. So R. Kelly is in prison as well.
Okay.
For very similar charges, ironically. They are putting prisons in lockdown because the spread in a prison, I guess, is faster of the virus than in normal life, obviously. Yeah. So they can't leave the jails. He can't get to his lawyers. He can't do anything. So Weinstein's bullshit of like, I'm in the hospital, I need the infirmary, or I need whatever. They're going to put these motherfuckers in isolated cells. Yeah. California just announced they're actually releasing inmates right now of like lesser crimes because they're worried about the spread. And it's just like, man.
Or are they going to be like,
shit. Yeah. Imagine if you were sitting in there and you were like, man, motherfucker, I'm not going to be out for St. Patty's Day today.
Right.
Congratulations.
Boomo.
You are now. Yeah.
Green Corona.
Oh, God.
Isn't that the beer they make green? I think it's Corona.
I don't know, man.
Because you can see it.
I don't know.
In the bottle. But anyway, so his stuff, since he was convicted or sentenced, all got unsealed, right? So then like the names got named on his red flag list. You know this?
No, I don't.
So the red flag list is the list of people that he sent to his lawyer or his private investigator, whatever, before this all came out. It's a list of people that may turn on him, may talk to the press, right?
Sure.
So he sent that to the private investigator and was like, investigate these people. That's when the Jennifer Aniston needs to die email was sent. And Megan, so on this list, among many others, but film producers Megan Ellison and Jason Blum.
Yes. Whoa. What about them?
They knew about it, and they were on the red flag list from Harvey of people that may go to the press about what they know. They didn't. Just saying. And then
you know why that's strange? Megan Ellison, I've talked about her on the show before. Her father is Larry Ellison, who owns fucking Oracle and all that. Like, that's fucking crazy. She could go. She's rich enough.
But she didn't.
But she didn't want to fuck up the town. Yeah, dude.
Erwin Ritter, company exec.
Yep.
Annabelle or whatever.
She ended up testifying.
Yeah. And then Ben Affleck.
Big Ben knew.
Oh, he didn't go, did he?
Nah. And Matt Damon knew as well. They're all beef fries.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the list is a lot bigger than that, obviously. But Jonathan Sheck?
Yep. Jonathan Sheck was married to Christina Applegate. He was not having the bullshit either. I mean, look, I think he knocked her out. That Jana Kramer, you see her, she's got a podcast. You've seen her on ET. And I told you they got married.
Oh, yes.
He cheated on her, and then she got remarried to somebody else, and she got cheated on again by the same, so they're putting out, Jana. That's the fucking, That's the deal.
So anyways, overshadowed. There's a lot more on the list coming out of people that actually did know and didn't say anything. And I think that's going to be
overshadowed. Like, you're
right.
It'll
be overshadowed. Had this not been going on, I think it would have been kind of huge because it always was this thing where people were like, did they know? Maybe they didn't know, or everyone knew, but we didn't really know. But then if you're on Harvey's red flag list of people that definitely know and people that have information and you didn't give it, that's fucked.
Yeah.
That's fucked, right? So anyway.
It's real fucked. It's real fucked. Kind of looking at my phone here and the breaking news because this is all going down right now. To wrap up the Harvey Weinstein thing real quick, there is a trial in L.A., so it'll obviously be after all this bullshit is over. That's when you can expect those to come out back again. So it wasn't the New York. If it was just the New York case, I'd say, yeah, that's fine. But
it's going to come back.
Yeah. That's going to come back around. And
the blow will be softened a little bit because it's already kind of come out. There's no real big bombshell thing or, all the names coming out on, either Today Show on a Monday at 8. That didn't happen. So whatever.
Sure. The top stories here that are going on. This is breaking news right now. Trump administration is looking to get cash to Americans immediately. I think that probably goes back to that $1,000 an American thing. The other story here is that cases of coronavirus reported are up 5 times in the last 7 days. So from 1,000 to 5,000 right now. This is kind of how the other countries went.
Right.
As they went to lockdown and all that other bullshit. So it's not good news. And then Idris Elba got it. You believe that shit? Idris Elba.
The second black person to get it.
It's crazy, man. And you would.
That's what your friend Benny asked. He's married to a black lady. He's like,
Yeah.
Can black people get it? I was like, I don't know, bro. He's like, I'm just worried about my family, I'm like, Benny, you're funny. I don't think there's any. I mean, I haven't heard.
Yeah. So Idris Elba had it. He came out last night and he made a video and he goes, man, here's the crazy thing is I didn't have any symptoms. Nothing. And he goes, it just kind of came real fast. And he's like, maybe I'll get checked just to see, because I got access to it wherever he is. I don't know where it was a video of him and his wife. But his wife said, fuck it. You would talk about ride or die, dude. Because she didn't have it. And she was like, I'm staying with him in self-quarantine, Doug. That's great. If I get it, are you going to be, are you down with me or what?
I mean.
That pause was too much.
I thought you did have it, to be honest with you. I think you still might.
I do too.
I thought
I don't
you
want
did
to
have
laugh
it.
about
the
it,
most
but I
I did
too.
was like, can you sleep upstairs?
Yeah.
But other than that, like we work together, we hang out together, like,
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
After the Post Malone story last night or last week when I told that story on the show, when I was talking to my buddy in LA last night, he goes, "Man," you guys were barefoot, like,
Oh yeah.
And all you did, because you guys were just smoking cigarettes, drinking Bud Light, we never swapped out any of the cups either. So it was just, and it's
did
just
you
me and
smoke that night?
Yes,
You did?
of course I'm gonna smoke Post Malone. Cigs inside.
Oh, I mean, I smoke the entire time.
Why
but
not?
It's different for you.
Yeah, it
Because you
is.
don't do a little mommy smoke every once in a while.
No, I don't. I just don't enjoy it. But
Right.
with Post Malone, I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Because he would like have it hanging out. Anyway.
Yeah, same here. And I was like, dude, that took some off him.
Anyways.
I was like, so we played for what, 4 hours? Ping pong balls off the ground in a backstage area.
Hands to
backstage
the beer, to out of the thing. Nobody washed anything.
We never changed the cups.
This
No,
was
nothing.
around the time, but this was around the time when we were all still joking about it. So
But it was
your
cases.
rematch has to happen
It'll-
after this.
Oh yeah.
Like this all has to be done.
If he says fly to my house, though, at this point, fuck it. Like, because my buddy last night goes, you ever think that maybe you found the cure for it? And he goes, look,
maybe.
just doing all that shit, like all the crazy shit that you've done in the last week. And I was like,
Maybe that's it.
Maybe.
Maybe the answer is just don't quarantine.
Yeah.
This is great. So we're going live every day to give you the real answers that you need. But
that's what you get.
we're going to have more info, obviously, tomorrow. I'm sure some stuff is going to happen.
We are.
Today
We
and
are.
tonight
Yep.
and tomorrow morning. So
Mm-hmm.
we will be here tomorrow with more info.
We will. So,
And then you're going live with Drinkin Bros as well.
yeah. So we're going live
you're
with
gonna have
Drinkin
even
Bros
more info.
Sports today. Well, the sporting world is on fire. So the NFL just started their free agency period. We will be covering. So just stay on YouTube on Drinkin Bros podcast. That is all of our shows in one. Ross Patterson Revolution. Your show Drinkin Broettes is on there. And Savage Saturdays, Drinkin Bros Sports, Drinkin Bros, all of that is on Drinkin Bros Podcasts on YouTube. And we're pretty much just going live because there is no more entertainment left. And chances are you've run out of your Netflix queue at this point, right?
Right.
with that being said, in the sports world, today's the day we do the sports show. We were going to shut it down and be like, hey, man, there's not really any sports to talk about. NFL free agency is going on. Like, they don't give a fuck.
Right.
And today's top story that we're going to talk about on Drinkin Bros Sports, if you chime in live around, it will probably go live around 2:30ish this afternoon, is Tom Brady is gone from the Patriots. That is it. He is out of there. He made a post on Instagram. Thank the fans, thank the organization, and the speculation has ramped up of where he's going to go. We will cover all of that. Look, I don't want to glad hand my ding dong again, but I will.
I'm sure you will.
Because the day after the Patriots lost in the playoffs this year, I told Patriots Nation and told everybody, I said, say goodbye to Tom Brady. That was his last game in that uniform. Everybody raged against me and told me to go fuck myself. Tommy's staying. No, I think he'll stay. I go, not a fucking prayer. He's staying, man. He hates Belichick. Belichick is not a fan of him and his TB12 bullshit. That was a big source of contention there, was the food and the trainers, and some of the other players were getting on the food and they were losing weight and they didn't weigh enough. They were getting injured. And I think mutually that thing was going to blow up. I said that the day after they lost, sure enough, here's where we are. So we'll talk about where he might go today. And there's a couple other QB moves that are out there, because look, he's about to turn 43. Drew Brees just signed a 2-year deal today. He's fucking 43. So Tommy's playing. Tommy's playing somewhere, you fuckers. Tommy's playing. Let's get to the revolutionary figure of the day, shall we, Jabes?
We shall.
St. Patrick.
Has to be.
Yeah. Look, in the time that St. Patrick was needed in Ireland, when they were overrun with snakes, he was driving them out of the land all by himself, allegedly with over 6,000 leprechauns playing flutes. No one over 4'5". We need a St. Patrick today to get rid of the Chinese virus that's taken over. I don't know who that's going to be. There's a hero out there. There's a Cheeto out there somewhere. So I don't know who it's going to be, but if you come up with it, you could have a day that is remembered forever after your name, and we all get drunk in celebration of you for the remainder of time. So no pressure, but if you want that holiday, if you want a holiday named after yourself, all you got to do is cure the coronavirus. You're good to go.
No bigs.
Good to go. Japes, I can't guarantee that I might not kill.
Oh, I know.
But I will share all of my thoughts and feelings with you.
We'll have to quarantine you from killing people.
You're going to have to quarantine these two pythons then, because these are the ones you're needing to be worried about. Putting the squeeze on people. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I am Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone, because the audio show is going up live. Also, rate the show on iTunes. Give it a 5-star. The advertisers want that shit. I've never asked for it. Rate it 5 stars on iTunes. We love you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.